Hello, dear students and my friends and colleagues. Today in this short video, we shall be having a little discussion on this topic, which is New Historicism. And I think everybody understands that it is post-historicism activity. Actually, it is a kind of lens for understanding literature, and that would help us in order to understand not only what is new historicism, how does it come into being, and what is the benefit of all that, but we must start with the theme that this is something which emphasizes the interconnectedness of literature and its historical context. So that is the whole thing between history or historical context and the literature, how they are connected together. So let's proceed further and see what does it mean. The key principles of New Historicism are, first of all, the historical context. Literature is not isolated but exists within its specific time and space. So that is something 100% clear, that society is the raw material of literature, and that is the part of literature which becomes very much important, and therefore it's necessary to see the some kind of context working behind, and this context should be the historical context. If we try to understand this, it will convey us the better understanding. But same thing cannot be done unless we have the understanding of the power dynamics, that we may be able to see a particular era with reference to the power structures which exist there. For example, what kind of democracy was there? Was it a dictatorship? Was it a war event? Or it was some other socio-political event because of which such a thing possibly can have happened. Then we need to see also the intertextuality as the third principle of historicism, that texts are in constant dialogue with other texts, historical events, and social norms, which means that texts are always connected with each other in one way or the other. Historical events or the context connects them together. Not only this, but also some of the shared texts are also present. That is why it is called as the intertextuality. So the key principles of New Historicism are that historical context is important, and for the reader it's important to know what were the power dynamics and how does this particular piece of literature which one is reading may be influencing the other pieces of literature as well. For this purpose, it would be good that if we try to see what is this social and historical context, the very first thing is the social norms. The social norms, because we explore how literature reflects prevailing attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors. Every society, all of us know that it has its own attitudes and has separate beliefs and the behaviors as well that are connected with any nation, any group of people, or any ethnicity. And that can be seen existing, though the world has become about mass culture. But even then, we have distinct different attitudes of the people of a particular area, of particular time, and that of the behaviors are there. So that is why one needs to see how they are and how literature is reflecting all that. Then comes the political events. I mean, the upheavals, the shortness, the largeness, or the bigness of these things, which are considered to be important in that age, how much they have been influencing literature. And not only this, the most essential thing comes the economic condition of the people. Here we examine how economic factors shape literary representation of class in society. I mean, in literature, how the class examination has been done, how the structures of the society has been talked about with respect to economy or the money or financial conditions. So in that way, these three things are also necessary to be examined, to be seen before one goes further. Well, literature, when it is analyzed through new historicist lens, it is necessary to first of all find out what themes are available there. That means we should determine recurring themes related to power, identity, and social norms. That the pages of the book, the story, the lines of the story would be letting us know that these themes, these things regarding power, these things regarding identity, and these things regarding that social norm is being reflected. That is the very first thing that one should see, and after that one can proceed towards the analysis of the characters. Here we need to explore how characters embody specific social roles and ideologies. I mean, the characters which are inside the novel, are they embodying, reflecting some of the specific social roles or the ideologies of the people of that time? If it is done, then definitely literature and history is being related. And then comes the symbolism. The symbolism is reading of the symbolism is uncovering hidden meanings and allusions to historical events or figures. So that would help us understand how a few of the symbols are attached with that. Only then we can understand what is the thing going on. So reading literature with these lenses and trying to understand with the events of the history, trying to identify the themes of the history, trying to see what the characters are reflecting, trying to interpret the symbolism with respect to socio-political history, that makes it very much interesting, and it's called New Historicism. We can take some of the examples. For example, here is the example of Hamlet by Shakespeare, one of the very big drama, and everybody knows that this drama is based on theme of revenge. Now, the struggle to take the revenge reflects, as it is shown here, the political instability. It means, first of all, why the crime had happened, if it was a crime, and then what was the situation which prompted like that. It means that social instability of the time was present. Similarly, death or mongering about death, that it should come. One must see how it is important in the Renaissance age. People were fascinated with mortality. That is why this theme is also present there. Same is the case with the violence. That violence which definitely can occur, can happen, and this society goes to let us know that how much violence was there at that time, about which the drama is going to be. So in that way, one of Shakespearean plays, if it is read in this context, it's being read with respect to new historicism. Same or the same is the case with Nathaniel Hawthorne's the novel, the short novel, The Scarlet Letter, because it is based on the themes of Puritan society. At that time when this novel was written, definitely the New England was being constructed inside America, and the Puritanism of England had shifted towards these people as well. And now there was new Puritanism in America also, and the society was going through that. And this is why the novel explores the strict moral code and social pressures of the Puritan society as these people were passing through this Puritanism, and that is why they had lots of limitations, we can say, or lots of laws and rules in order to exercise upon the people who would violate them. So in a way, the Puritanism was the event of the age, and it was being reflected by the text as well. It also goes to talk about the individuality of the people who wants to suppress. For example, it is being shown in that novel that the woman or man, they have their individual desires, and that individual desire definitely is in direct contrast to the societal norms. So that is why this thing happens in that novel as well. And the punishment is huge and large that is given to that. This punishment reflects Puritanism, and the desires of the individual reflects individuality. Then the concept of sin and punishment, that is very much important, rather significantly important in the Puritan age, and it was happening there. The Scarlet Letter therefore symbolizes the societal punishment for transgression. So if with this angle this novel is read, we can claim that we are reading with the lens of new historicism. So people, let us see now what are the good things in it and what are the bad things in this philosophy of understanding literature. It says that there is a rich context. Because of that, historical context develops and we can read literature accordingly. So this is one of the big things. Interdisciplinary, it has become with the passage of time interdisciplinary because number of disciplines interact with each other. For example, when we read literature through this lens, we are connecting literature to history, literature to politics, and then we are connecting literature to culture as well. So in that way, cross-disciplinary research is conducted because of this new historicism. Then comes the subjectivity, that everyone understands literature with respect to everyone's history or understanding of the history. So that is why there is a kind of subjectivity as well. And then comes the next one, which reflects about the problems which literature possibly may be suffering. It means that it provides us some kind of direction. It gives us the understanding. Our understanding may not be that deeper without the historical context. So new historicism is beneficial in this regard, that it gives us a lot of understanding of literature. Interconnection highlights the complex interconnection between literature, history, and power. These three things are connected together, and literature, when read under this column, provides this kind of information. Then it is quite relevant even today that the justice is being denied or the cultural representations are in problem, and the society is suffering from the same thing, which is being reflected in literature. It means that literature reflects or changes the society, or the society changes literature, both interact with each other. So that is all about today's lecture, dear students. We have gone through new historicism, found out basic principles and examples in order to understand that. So hopefully you like this a lot, and you will be clicking therefore the like button and subscribe button. And if you put some type of comment, it would be an added kind of happiness for me. So thank you for watching. Hope to see you in some next video.